Welcome to the Lastics Chat. Gonna wait a few minutes that people come in, that my guests come in, and that I'll let you know. Hey, Allie. We're gonna talk about in a few minutes. Hi. Hi. Welcome, everybody. Hi. Let's see. Welcome, everybody. Hi. Hey, Allie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you. Welcome.
Thanks.
So let's wait a few more minutes that people get the notification and come in. So today, Lastics Chat, we'll talk about how small movement are better than big movement when we stretch. So that's going to be our theme.
Yay.
We're with the beautiful Allie. Good. You froze for a minute, then you came back.
Oh,
no. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Okay, let's start, and then people will join in. It's going to make them come. So my name is Blandine. I'm teaching elastics, one of the instructor, and we have the beautiful Allie, who's one of our students.
Hello.
And she's a dancer also. So I wanted to talk with her today about how when we stretch, small movement and inside movement are better than huge movement. So first of all, that's a point that we think is really important for us elastics instructor in our technique. And hey, Patty. And we see how it is benefit for our students. And so I wanted Allie to tell us more about how she felt about that, because I saw the progression. When she came, you were doing big movements. And then now that we worked about feeling the movements from the inside and working like that, your hips are better and all that. So I wanted to know what you feel in your body, because I can see it, but I can't feel it for you. So what do you feel different now than when you were really moving?
I feel that, especially I take a lot of ballet classes, that I'm engaging lots of muscle groups at the same time, and they're all connected. And what I really have learned over the past, how many months have we been here? 10 months, every week of relaxing. And each week I found more areas where I was like, oh, I'm totally relaxed, and I was not. Yeah. And then I realized that I could focus on those particular muscles that you're talking about for the small movements, instead of like recruiting all the muscles that are around that small muscle. And especially in the hip flexors, and everybody, and you especially, because I take with you every week, you see everything. I don't know how, but you see everything. And you're like, your left hip flexor. And I'm like, oh. And I had engaged it when we were in second position. It was engaged. Yeah. And then because you told me about that, I started always checking in there. And to be really honest with you, I've never been flat in my second position on the floor until last year. Like,
oh, I like that.
Yeah. And the advantage of taking from home is like, it's just you and the teacher. I mean, everybody else is there. But when you're working, there's no outside voices. There's no like, well, that person's doing this. And it's like, what's happening inside. And yeah, it's a different skill set I've learned, how to go inside and check it out and see if I'm holding anything or if I'm recruiting extra muscles. So I've really been learning a lot. Thanks to your observations. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for coming every week. Yeah. Also, what I wanted to talk with you is you came in, and I remember on this hip stretch, on the quad and hip flexor stretch, you were telling me it's pinching in my knee. It's pinching in my knee, and I don't know why. And so we figured that you were moving too much and you were using too many muscles, and that focusing on that tiny movement, that tiny muscle from the inside, that deep muscle took that pain away.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And so I was amazed because even if I love the technique and I know it works, and I know because I feel it. I was a student like you before, so I know it. But when people say it, you're like, yay, that's why we do it. So I wanted you to talk, because I know that you felt it in your knee. Did you felt the benefit or that small movement, sorry, I didn't put the S on the right word. My French is coming back. So where did you feel that the benefit of those small movements else in your dancing maybe, or did you feel that somewhere else than in your hip flexor and knee?
For that particular stretch, the fourth position.
Or another one.
Yeah, I was gripping my quad, and I think, and then with pushing the hip up and over, yes. I recruited the hip flexors. That's been a long-standing issue with me, like developes to the side. It's always those hip flexors, and so in combination with Lastics and what my PT has been telling me and what you've been telling me, I've been able to turn off that quad and that front. I have to think, I'm like thinking about just that, the butt cheek. Can I say
that? We can say it.
Just the butt cheek engaging, and again, that mind-body connection of relaxing the front. And I would sometimes just put my hand there, relax that, and it took a while. It wasn't like an overnight thing, but I just kept stuck with it, and I trust you guys because of the second position and other things. And I've just gained a relaxation that I just didn't know existed.
Because as dancers, we are used to like do big movements and be big.
Right.
And so our whole body is always engaged. We do one movement, but the rest is engaged. So in Lastics, we don't want that because we want to relax the muscles and relax the bodies while when we're dancing, we're all engaged. So that's why we're focusing on these tiny little details that are inside the body, small movement and relaxed movement. That why we're not bouncing when we stretch. We're like just breathing and using just one muscle sometimes, really isolating all of them.
Yeah, because I said to my PT, he works at Harkness, I said, I've been able to stretch flat on the floor in my second position. And I said, because I let go of my hip flexor. She's like, yeah, I'm not surprised. And I was like, oh,
yay.
So like, I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Great. I really like, because in our classes, we have dancers like you, we have non-dancers people. And that is the point that is always coming back. How with one tiny movement that we can almost not see, we can do so much. It's because we work on the inside, the deep muscles and everything. So I really wanted your shot on that and how it helped you as a dancer, and also with that knee pain that you had, that we were able to take out because we just were no more movements. And as we were working on yesterday, on your second position, you were flat, and I say, no more movement, you're done. Don't engage anymore. Just lay there and breathe. And it's important because we want to do more. And I think less is more. In Lastics, less is more.
Yeah. And also, I've been able to apply a lot of things that I've learned to ballet bar, for example. I texted you that one time. I was so excited. When I am reaching up and over, it's the same concept as being in second position, but keeping that hip down, the opposition stretch. So I have a thing with that too, where I lift my hips sometimes in the ballet bar. So I really focused on that opposition, and I got a better stretch. I was more aligned. And I was so pleased that I made that connection because it's been super helpful for my dancing.
I'm really happy.
Yeah.
I'm really happy. Yeah, because sometimes when we engage other muscles that are bigger than the one we need, they take all the work. So they move sometimes the alignment, they move what we need. And it's like putting stress on the body.
Absolutely.
So when we take out all that unnecessary stress on them, for example, the quads are huge muscles and we are using them without even realizing it. When you are able to turn them off to get the other ones that need to stretch that day maybe more than the quads,
oh, absolutely,
it's like a game changer.
Yeah,
it's like I'm thinking about the quads because they are the one that we engage without realizing it, that we engage with the hip flexors, and that because of them sometimes we don't engage the hamstrings, and we don't get those muscles there, so they're important. So
absolutely
great. I love it. Yeah, I think we said it all. The only point I want to really pinpoint is that we don't have to move a lot. We don't have to do big movements and all that to stretch. And I will say it is way more beneficial for our bodies when we stretch to... Hi, Allie, someone knows you. Hi, welcome. So I was saying it's way more beneficial when we're able to like pinpoint these tiny muscles and turn off the big movements and turn off the big muscles to like work from the inside and just focus on one point and isolate all the stress. I want to say the stress because I know that when I was a dancer, stretching wasn't my favorite part. Because I needed to put these huge position to be in those huge position, and sometimes my muscle didn't want to get there because I was tired. I mean, now stretching is like, oh yeah, favorite part of the class. You know, you're like, okay, turn off that muscle, breathing and focusing and finding that little point that is not happy today and that we can help a little bit.
Oh yeah, being super specific about what you want to stretch.
Exactly.
That toolkit to be like, I really want to stretch this right now, and you can go in and do it while getting a nice relaxation along with it. Yeah,
and not stressing.
Yeah, because I understand stretching is like, it's an event. You know, it's like, no, I'm gonna do my stretching, but now it's like, okay, I have a plan.
Yeah,
I know what I'm gonna do, and it's not so serious because we're incorporating that mind-body connection and that relaxation and small movements that make a big impact.
And I will add that stretching is not about flexibility.
Right.
So you have that stress again that is take out of your mind. You don't have to be flexible. You just do it for your muscle just to feel good.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, I'm stretching. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that muscle, I love it. You're like,
yeah. After class, I'm like, oh, I feel really, together. And the parallel position is really important. I find that because I'm always turned out or,
That's why we do a lot of parallel position to give
some
break to the turnout.
Yeah, and I feel sort of refreshed, from that. And, I can stand there with strength and alignment and power without working hard,
And I don't know you, but I know that when I was taking a ballet class right after Lastics, that pinpoint all these tiny muscles and all these tiny movement and details, I was so much more detailed in my ballet bar because my body was there and I was feeling every little muscle and every muscle that needed to work, and I was feeling the one that I needed to turn off.
Yeah, I believe it. Yep.
So the turnout, even if we work a lot on parallel, the turnout is like way more easier to do because the body, you're using the right muscles.
Yeah.
And you didn't engage quads and all that, like
hip flexors.
All that hip flexors, right?
Yeah, for me.
I was the same.
Yeah, I get better turnout without those hip flexors getting in the way. Yeah.
Because we turn them off, and that we're so specific about them, we can stretch them without stressing them. And I think that's the point. Small movement, stretch and don't stress. As big movement can really stress the muscle because everything needs to engage and you feel that you need to do a lot and everything. It's like in elastic, I really feel like less is more because everything is relax. Yes. Breathe, stay in the position, everything's gonna be fine. So, hi, the one who just joined us. if you had any question, don't hesitate to throw them in right now, or you can put it in a comment when we're going to post the video, or don't hesitate to email us or private messages. We're always so happy to answer you guys. Thank you, Allie. That was really interesting. I love to talk about it because as your instructor, I really saw the difference from when you arrived, that as old dancers, you say, okay, I need to stretch. So you are doing these big movements and like engaging all that muscles.
Yeah.
And so that's exactly what we don't do in Lastics, because we believe, and we have the proof with you guys, our students, that not moving a lot do a lot inside.
Yeah, and I feel all the Lastics instructors, I feel really comfortable because you all of you say, you know, where you were yesterday may not be where you are today, and you might be back a little bit or you might be forward, and so I always feel really comfortable, like instead of being like, no, yesterday I was here and I have to go further. Like,
exactly.
It's okay, Allie. She said it was okay. Okay, I'm gonna hang out here. You know, like that's just really wonderful. And
because we saw that bodies are so different from one day to another, from an hour to the other. Just walking is like, can do something on your body that makes you tight an hour after that. So it's like, why stress? Just take care of your body and stretch it, and don't stress it. I think that's the most important thing. Tiny movement really target the muscles that we need and take some stress out. About I need to be there today because yesterday I did a full split or something. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Small movement. It's so it's magic.
I'm applying that to my stretching on my own, where I'm like, you know, it's okay.
Oh
just have a great class, you know,
and
it's hard. Have a great ballet class.
And it's hard as a dancer to be able to have that idea of it is fine not to be at 100% développé or anything. It's hard.
Right.
But the more we think like that, I felt the more we're going to get that perfect développé, you know, because the body will be relaxed. And because we're going to be able to like engage the right muscles because we use them and we stretch them and we made them ready to do it.
Yeah, reinforce that mind body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, that's another big point. Okay, guys. Yes, Patty, less is more. I think it needs to be our new motto. Lastics, less is more. I like that.
Yeah, I feel that way about dancing too, like quality over quantity.
Yes.
Yes, that's it. I was like, quality over quantity. So it's
you said it right.
You do 40 minutes, 45 minutes of a really good quality stretch with the tiny movements, and that you're good to go, you know.
Oh,
it doesn't be like a 3-hour event.
Exactly, because big movements, they engage the muscles, but they don't release them.
Right.
And you're already engaging them in dance. So you need at one point to relax them and release them. So that's why we're searching for elastics. It's like finding those little muscles, those deep muscles, to like turn them off. Even the quads, when we do the quad stretch, we don't want it to engage a lot. We want it to lengthen and breathe in it and relax. So less is more. Less is more.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys, I don't see any questions for now. So we're going to tell you to have a wonderful day. It's sunny outside in New York City, so enjoy. Yay. And yay, after the snow, the sun. So we wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful rest of your week. Don't hesitate to email us, tag us, do something if you have any questions. And we'll talk to you next week with Amber, who's going to talk live Thursday at 3, as we did today. Thank you so much, Allie, for your talk today and your impression about how elastic helped you. And I'm really glad the knee and all that. I mean, I'm glad about the work we're doing, and I see your body getting better, so I love it. It's always nice. You.
Oh, wait, there you are. Ah!
I'm back. Oh my God. Okay, bye guys. See you soon. Talk to you soon.
Thanks for having
Bye,
me. See you
Allie. See
Friday.
you. Bye. See you Friday. Bye.